Day 72. Well, it's 6. We were going to try and get out about a half an hour ago, but it's cold and windy, so there aren't any mosquitoes, so, that's fine. One of the first things we're doing this morning anyway is crossing a creek, so that should be chilly. Anyway, it's a beautiful day out. Our friends are still camping. I heard them talk about setting an alarm for 4:45 or 5 o'clock. Clearly that didn't happen. But hey, we're not getting out of here on time either. They're just out here to have fun. We are huffing. Just kidding. We're in no rush. It's Tuesday and we have 2 days to get to encampment. I'm pretty sure it's not going to take that long, so we'll just roll our way up this trail. We'll be doing the Swamp Park Trail to get back up to the CDT at the Seed House. I don't know what that is. It says Other Forest Service Facility. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the hell that means. I don't know. Our first and hopefully only water crossing for the morning. For the day would be great. They're not as big on bridges on these trails or on this forest as the last one. Oh, a little damp. Well, so much for that dream. Got wet on the first one, and there's another one right after it. What the hell? I feel bad for look at that pretty waterfall. I feel bad for those poor kids that had to go and do this at like 7:30 last night. That was dumb. I wouldn't do that shit. Wow, so this trail is pretty well established, but it's seriously overgrown. Now that we've come up this high, I feel super sorry for those kids. Because after those 2 crossings, they had to walk up here, and surely a lot of these bushes were higher than they were. So we're getting smacked in the face and all kinds of things. Poor kids. Man, that was like their first day too. I guess they're at a summer camp called Avid Adventure. Man, that was like 13, 14 kids and 2 young adults, maybe 20, 21, 22 years old, shepherding 13 to 14 kids around the wilderness. Like, that seems super dodgy to me. I wouldn't want my kid. If I had kids, I wouldn't let them out with something like that if I knew they were going to get that little supervision. Like, 2 full-grown adults can't wrangle 13 to 14 kids. It's just like crazy. But yeah, like 7:30, they left the place where we camped, was down at the bottom of this hill, and they were planning on pushing it up to the top of this hill somewhere. That's bananas. I feel like Wizard of Oz, except these aren't poppies. They're mostly mule's ears, but look. Oh my God. It's so awesome out here. Oh. God, it's gorgeous. This is the Swamp Park Trail. So far, so good. Those kids have, and a horse, and some other animals, definitely tamped down the mud for us a little bit this morning, so that's nice. Maybe grabbed up some of the ticks. Ticks. But wow, I guess I changed from mostly mule's ears to, I'm not sure what these are. This plant. Like, there's a bunch that look like that. They're on the carrot family. I do know that. But there's a bunch of plants that look similar. So I don't have my book still. It's going to encampment. But at this point, I have so much food on my back. I'm considering just bouncing that box that Chris sent to us in encampment, bouncing it further up trail. I still have 4 dinners in my bag, for Christ's sake. It's ridiculous. Bag is the heaviest thing on my back right now. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably eat some breakfast now that it's flat. We've been walking, there they are. I'm guessing. Wow. We've been going like 45 minutes probably. And we're now passing these kids. They didn't leave out of where we were camped. last evening till around at least 7:30. I mean, they dicked around for a long time there trying to figure out what they were gonna do. They should have just popped up where we were. That's definitely them. They all have the same tents. They said they left 4 tents. All those kids are packed into those tents. But oh my God, it's no wonder there's no signs of life there. It's almost 7 o'clock. No signs of life. Because those kids were probably just incredibly smoked last night after being made to go this far on their first day of a 4-day backpack. Holy crap. That's crazy. I didn't expect to be saying this, but now I hope there's another creek crossing at some point soon. Would be good. Because, yeah, I found the mud. Damn it. Well, I got the creek crossing I wanted. Oh my God. That water is freezing cold. Shoes, well, cleanish. Can't feel my feet. Oh my God. Oh, and we get to do it again. Good God. My feet are so cold. I just took off my shirt. I'm just wearing the dress. I at least pulled my leggings up. It doesn't seem to matter. This stuff's never gonna dry. Oh my God. Alright. This is what you get when you pick a trail called Swamp. It's got swamp in the name. Probably gonna get wet. At least there's no alligators. Okay. Number 3. This is some bullshit. Oh my God. I cannot feel my feet at all. Yeah. That just doesn't look like it's gonna work.
That's slippery.
Yeah. And like spiky.
I was just gonna break through those, but not if it's slippery.
Alright.
Myrrh.
Well, they got their work cut out for them here in the wilderness area. There are blowdowns everywhere. But you can't have chainsaws in the wilderness, so they have to handsaw everything. And yeah, they definitely have their work cut out for them. We've already seen like a bunch of trees that they've cut. And they just cut one. We just passed. They cut it and it fell like right into the trail. That's not particularly helpful, but I mean, at least it's down, I guess. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. Some of these trees are huge. A lot of work sawing through those. We saw one this morning where they had to basically chop off the bark before they could even get into the middle to start hand sawing it. That's gotta take forever. The forest needs more brads. Oh, hey, more water. Oh my gosh, it is like super deep right there too. It's at least not flowing fast. The mosquitoes are out. What is that? I don't even know what that is. But on the other side of this flowing water is a bunch of tents. I hear wind chimes or a bell and some horses. So this should be interesting. Sorry, I don't know why I find it weird to like meet people out here. It is the free forest, but I don't know. We just get used to like seeing just ourselves. And there's a ton of them over there. So they got their cows or horses wearing cowbells, presumably to scare bears off. Oh, hello. Oh, you're a mule. What's up? That's cool. Right on, then. Oh, yeah. Just the one gets the cowbell. I guess that's the one they think is going to be eaten, or the one they value more. Ton of people over here doing, I don't know what, getting eaten by mosquitoes, I guess. So we saw this post standing in the middle of this open, mushy, marshy field. And we were just following a trail that was kind of going that way. And then, well, we both were like, wonder what that post said. And barely read it. Swamp Park Trail. Yeah, because the trail actually like makes a hard left here in the middle of Swamp Park, which absolutely lives up to its name. Very moist, very damp. And I don't even see a trail right now. But I do hear more water. That's exciting. We've been pretty much crossing water all morning. We're walking in mud. Goodness. That's not the trail. Where the hell is it? We sort of got to a point where the trail wasn't nearly as well maintained. Probably a lot of it has to do with the fact that the winter held on so long. Maintenance crews weren't really able to get out and do much in the way of maintenance and upkeep. So yeah, well, we're lost. Guess we should probably figure that out. At least out here in the middle, it's a little breezy and it's full sun, so the mosquitoes are a little more chill. And I put on some bug lotion, which we're gonna run out of because there's 2 of us using this bottle and not just me. We're taking a little break on top of the only large rock in this whole swamp area. It's the highest ground we could find. And it's in the sun, so there's less mosquitoes, but there's more biting flies. I just looked at Gaia, and it looks like we have at least 9 more water crossings before we get back to the road. That'll get us to Seed House. Yay! And then who knows how many crossings after that. I mean, Seed House, and then we're back on our trail, so probably going to be more water. Water all day! Well, at least we won't, have to worry about being thirsty today, but swampy goodness. Lots of bugs. And I only see 1 bird out here eating. Where's the rest of the birds at? They need to build a bridge so they can have some bridge swallows to come out here and handle this shit. This is out of control. So now we're walking in the Colorado version of the Florida Trail. And except for out here, there's no trail markers anywhere. At least on the FT, they paint blazes. Oh my God. Pretty much everywhere to let you know which waterway to walk down. Out here, we're just a couple of dummies splashing through water with no real idea of where to go. It's pretty much impossible to maintain a trail in this. This grass just grows back so fast. There's no established anything. Some of it smells worse than other. So much of our dreams of having dry feet at any time today. That seems highly unlikely. So there's really no trail over on this side of the swamp. Oh, basically we just got super, super wet, splooshing through swamp water. And now we're in Blowdown Central, looking for a trail that is so long. I would have guessed it would be much more maintained. It was pretty well maintained up till this point, up till the swamp. And then everything turned to shit. Oh my God. It is like crawling over blowdowns, trying to find a trail that right now pretty much non-existent. And also there's a trail junction coming up, so that'll be fun if there's even anything there. Guess we'll have to see. But it's gonna be another one of those slow days with a shit ton of obstacles in between the 9 water crossings I already saw, if we can find the trail, and this shit. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. According to Gaia, we are standing on the trail, except that there's no trail. Holy shit. Hopefully we can just follow this track until we find something, because if the rest of the way is like this, we're screwed. This is gonna take forever. It's gonna almost take longer than going through the snow. This is some bullshit. There is no trail here. at all. Just a bunch of blowdowns and rocks. Okay, we found our way. After that bushwhacking, it went on hardly anymore, and then we finally found, oh my God, I'm just getting tore up by mosquitoes. Found our way back to the trail, which is a little bit off the Gaia track, but close enough, we'll take it. Beats the shit out of bushwhacking everywhere. And I still have no idea how this would have connected to what we saw in the swamp, but whatever. Back on something. And now we've reached the upper level swamp. Oh my God. Maybe the only way we know that the trail is here is because there's like a channel of knot flowers up there. Otherwise, no trail markers, no posts. That trail junction's supposed to be around here somewhere, but this is pretty clearly our way. The other trail goes off that way somewhere. Oh my God. This is delightful. Yay, hiking. Here's the trail marker I was looking for. I guess a pro tip, 2 metal bolts and some rocks are not going to keep your sign up when it's on a wooden post rotting away in a swamp. So we lost the trail again, and now, unlike the Florida Trail, we're walking uphill in a swamp. Doesn't happen on the Florida Trail because Florida's fucking flat. Oh my God. This is a pain in the ass. Oh, I see the trail. It's right up there. You see it right in front of me? What a pain. Oh my God, look at this shit. Yep. That's the morning. Awesome. Oh well, there's no snow. Yay. Crawler went down in the water to pick up some water because we haven't really been drinking much today. Now we have, like, instead of water insecurity, water is everywhere, so we're just like, oh, that's fine. We don't need to pick up water because it's everywhere. We're walking in it all day, but it's swamps. So I'm tasked with finding a log, preferably with no ants, because, man, I don't know what it is with his dick and ants, but they love to bite that shit. And it's like, no, that's not appropriate. That is inappropriate, ants. I just see one. I think we'll be all right. It's a nice sitting log. A nice view of the trail that we sometimes can find, frequently cannot. And we lost the trail again in this treepocalypse of a hill. Unfortunately, the cut log trick doesn't really help here because there's cut logs everywhere. Oh, and some were lit on fire. So yeah, we've been climbing. So it makes sense you continue climbing, but maybe not. I have to check the map again. Okay, so I think we may have got, this bushwhacking wasn't so bad because none of the trees have branches. I think we may have got to this part out here in the wilderness that Peter last night was telling us about, like Blowdown Alley or something. And that basically all the trees in like a 12-mile or something stretch or area, every single tree got taken out. I mean, look at that. It's over there. It's everywhere. Damn. I'm not sure what exactly caused it. Was that a trail marker? We found a couple of sticks just standing in rocks. Not the most helpful because the sticks fall down. But the cairns don't really work because people take them down or just build them wherever they like when they're bored. So, not exactly the best way to mark a trail. But oh my goodness, this is some incredible devastation. It's like a beyond bark beetle because none of the trees have branches. It's like a storm came through or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I have no idea what caused this, but oh my god, it's crazy. Sad. So we kind of found the trail. More importantly, we found LTE for the first time in quite a while. So we're gonna sit up here so that homie can catch up on his video game. And just check in with everybody. Nice view. It's awesome up here actually. There's no mosquitoes and a nice cool breeze to keep the exposure or the heat from the sun down. So all good. Navigation without using the phone, or trying not to anyway, save battery, has become kind of like the beginning of the CDT, where we look around for rocks with sticks sticking out of them. So there's one. Nice. The last one the stick fell out of. Not as helpful, but at least we have a general idea of which way to go. I think he just found a pile of bones. Oh, he did. Looky, looky. Bones. And the going remains slow because more often than not, there's no trail. Where there is trail, we're climbing over heaps of blowdowns that they haven't been able to get to yet. This part of the trail is just totally unmaintained and disappeared or overgrown in so many spots. We just put back together a cairn that was not particularly well put together. Stick was barely sticking up in it. Actually, it was on the ground when we found it, but hardly enough rocks to keep it up. Oh my goodness. So, yay, we're slow going. And again, no trail. Oh my god, Colorado just does not want to let us go. This is some bullshit. Maybe this is the creek that Gaia thinks we already passed. I don't know. It looked like it was supposed to be bigger water than this. This isn't that bad, but still be nice to find a trail. We're surrounded by water now on 270 degrees. What the hell? Back to the map. And we're back. Another good, delightful session of bushwhacking, climbing over blowdowns, non-trail blowdowns. Oh, and more uphill. Yay! Oh my goodness. I'm like so surprised that this trail is in so much worse shape than the Elk Park Trail, which clearly is pretty much defunct. And this trail is like a long trail connecting a lot of spur trails. So, but it is just a fucking mess out here. Pretty much as slow going as walking the CDT, but at least there's no snow. Yay. So we got that going for us. Everything else, the wet, the mud, the mosquitoes, we got all of that. But I guess the nice thing about this is at least there are flowers. It is really trying to put lipstick on a pig. This pretty much just fucking sucks. Well, finally, the trail has actually got more traily, which is good because we're, I think, switchbacking down another mountain. So, good thing there's actually trail because that is definitely not something you want to be trying to bushwhack down into basically a giant valley. The views are pretty amazing up here, which is cool. There's like a, oh my god, we can hear a giant water coming down from the other side of the mountain into this valley, which we will have to cross at some point. Hopefully not on that water or away from that water. But whatever's going down the middle of that valley is probably even bigger because it's the middle of the valley. Oh, we'll just have to see. Maybe we'll take a lunch at the bottom of this because there will be water there for sure. And lighten the packs for what will inevitably be the climb back up out of there. Because, like we're going into a valley, there's really no way to go out of this valley but up. We've been going up pretty much all day so far. And since this trail exhibits zero chill, it makes it virtually impossible to snack or do anything else other than just like shove a couple of gummy bears in my face before having to climb over another blowdown or pull out Gaia to figure out where the hell we are. It'd be nice to take a break. I think we need it. Maybe some second coffee is in order. Could totally do some second coffee. This has been exhausting this morning, just sort of trying to figure out how and where this trail works. And second coffee is always good. Thank goodness this trail is intact here, because we're basically switchbacking down the side of an incredibly steep mountain face that would have been maybe virtually impossible to do bushwhacking. So over there is that avalanche chute, and then over there is the water that we saw first, but the water I'm hearing, I believe, is the water down at the bottom of this valley, which I'm positive we have to cross. Hopefully there's some way to do that that's reasonably safe-ish. But in the meantime, oh my goodness, definitely grateful to have this trail. I mean, it's been a while, it looks like, since anybody's been on it other than bears and deer and elk, but it's in good enough shape, and there's actually surprisingly few blowdowns on it, which is fantastic. I think we've only crawled over one so far, so yay. Hopefully the trail on the other side of this valley, the way I assume we will be climbing out of it to continue north, is just as intact. Because, like, oh my gosh, see like that avalanche chute over there and think, well, hope the trail doesn't switch back up that avalanche chute, because if it does, we're screwed. It's pretty high. Doesn't look like there's much of anything to grab onto in between. I doubt it does, though. It doesn't look like it's in the middle of a trail, or a trail would go through there, but wow, it does just show how powerful nature can be. It's entirely man-made, and it looks pretty damn fresh. I mean, like, there's hardly any vegetation in there at all. Maybe just a little bit of stuff growing from this spring. So I'm wondering if that happened in this past winter. God, it's pretty out here. There's just so many colors. And there really aren't any flowers anymore, which is weird. Because, for a while there was flowers everywhere. But now I'm looking more at all the different colors of the rocks, which are awesome. Ow. Okay, I just stabbed myself in the head with a stick. Oh my goodness. I swear it's always something. But we're gonna have lunch and second coffee at the bottom of the hill where the water is. We're both flagging a little bit on energy just because this has been so exhausting, dealing with this trail. So that'll be nice. I'm super stoked. Get some weight off my back for the next climb. What? Yes. And eat something delicious besides gummy bears, because it's virtually impossible to snack while we're on this trail. Once again, we're at another Dodgy water crossing. No bridge. This one actually has like a swimming pool and an extra creek coming into it right about here. Nice. Oh my goodness. And we were gonna come down, we were gonna have like second coffee and lunch down here, but it doesn't look like there's no place to sit. I mean, like, we walked through overgrown brush just to get down to the water. We need the water to have coffee, but yeah. Here we go again. Just want to live through today so I can live through tomorrow And this trail, this isn't even the trail. This trail we picked, this trail I picked, it was the shortest way without doing backtracking or bonus miles, but goddamn, it has been super challenging pretty much the entire way. Well, nothing to do but to do it. He tried to cross just there, and it's way too deep. It's super deep here. It's deep and it's fast. Oh my god. Maybe we can scooch across that log over there. Shit, I don't know why I didn't see that log before. Well, let's go scooch. So we decided to sit. We found a place. There's always a place. You just get creative. He's sitting behind me on a log. We found a place to sit down, eat some food. We haven't really eaten yet today. Have a little more coffee. And before we try to scooch across that log, this is a good idea. Because right after this is like a 1,400 foot climb with another Dodgy Creek crossing in the middle. What looks like it's probably going to be a Dodgy Creek crossing on the map. So, need some calories and energy in us. Because we're both definitely flagging. Oh my goodness, the progress on this trail today has just been so slow. Mostly because it hasn't been a trail. But, except for, yeah, actually it was when it counted. Like, the bushwhacking that we did was in relatively flat areas, or where we couldn't find it was like in meadows and swamps and whatnot. So, you know, flat areas that aren't dangerous and dodgy. Not like the switchbacks that we came down the hill. And probably the switchbacks we'll be using to get up the next hill. I hope they're intact as well. But anyway, we thought we'd sit and relax for a minute before tackling this next obstacle. It should be alright. I really just need to get across half that log. I'm gonna go on my butt. I'm gonna try and walk on that, because if you fall in, that part is super deep and it's all going really fast. The last thing I want to do is fall into that. So I'm gonna scooch across it on my ass. You really just need to get like halfway across before you get to the shallow rocks, and then try and walk up the side to get back on the trail right there. We'll see how it goes. So now we got a storm rolling in. Yay. Oh my gosh, this day's just getting better and better. Whatever. I looked at the map, and it looks like as soon as, like, not long after we cross this creek, you know, theoretically we both make it over this creek fine. Just hurt. I expect to get hurt crossing that, because there's a bunch of like pokey shit coming off it, but not die. And not dying is basically the objective here. There's another trail that comes in the Chilton Trail, and it goes out to a bunch of four-wheel drive roads out of the wilderness. And otherwise, we're looking at an over 1,400 foot climb right after this, with another creek crossing that'll probably be similar to this one, and then several more creek crossings after that, none of which will probably have bridges. If we take the Chilton Trail out of here off to the side, it'll be a lot more roundabout and add a lot more miles, but it'll be almost entirely, except for this short segment on the Chilton Trail, be on Forest Service roads. So I think only one of them is a four-wheel drive, so the other one should be pretty stable and intact. There's still going to be plenty of water, and there will be water crossings, but on the roads there will be culverts or bridges, so it's definitely a lot safer to go that way. Even though the way we've been going has been the most direct way, it's just slow as hell and totally fucking sketchy. So we're going to cross this. We'll have to do this one more time on the Chilton Trail on a different creek, not far from here, the North Fork Creek, I think it is. But yeah, at least it's just two more and we're done, especially with a storm coming in. And it looks like maybe it'll be a short one like yesterday's, but still, like, getting rained on is not one thing we want to add to this mix. And it's just safer and smarter to go around a more roundabout way, add some miles, but hopefully also add some more smiles. Yay! I made it across, scooching. Carler's on his way. I'm only bleeding in one place. The storm's getting gnarlier. Goodness. It was definitely a little dodgy. Having the thunder and lightning striking around or going on up in the sky. You can't hear it because of the river. But yeah, that definitely adds to the stress factor. I'm glad we're gonna bail on this. I mean, the water out here is just gnarly. It's way too high to cross safely. Luckily, I'm only bleeding in one place that I'm aware of. And he's golden. He's stuck that landing. Oh shit. Woo! Yeah, baby! Get it! Now that we're both safely across the river, it's pouring. What the hell? So, I see like in front of us, there's a sign, a couple of trail signs. I'm pretty sure that's the trail junction for the Chilton Trail. And it's by itself out in the middle of an open clearing, and it's totally thundering and lightning out here right now. So we're hiding under a tree for a minute. Hopefully this is kind of like yesterday and all the other monsoon days where you get your afternoon thunderstorm. It's kind of like being up in the high spots when it starts to thunder. And it's usually around this time of the day. Most days in July and August in Colorado, I think, is the season. Afternoon thunderstorm season, but they don't last very long. But it's not a good idea to be out on a ridge or out in a clearing. So we'll just hang here for a couple of minutes and let it go by. Pretty sure this isn't the tallest tree in the forest, because that would blow. Like, we just did a badass crossing, a scooch crossing, my favorite kind. His first scooch crossing. I do scooch crossings a lot because I'm short and light. So yeah, I'm all about a scooch crossing. I'd rather scooch cross than get wet trying to walk through a river, be of my size. So typically if there's a log crossing, I'll take it. Although I did learn that this dress is not made for scooching. This dress is made for snagging. So damn, I had to hike that shit up. I'm gonna need some new leggings soon because these ones are getting tore up. Unfortunately, the Chilton Trail is even less maintained than the other two trails. Like, these trails just keep getting worse and worse, which is why it seems like a real good idea to just fuck all this and go find some roads to walk, especially with the water crossings. I can hear the next water we have to cross. It doesn't sound good. And yeah, okay. I think this is just an animal trail. I don't even know if this is the real trail. I don't see any cut logs anywhere. So frustrating. We're back in a marshy mess. Man, some days are just harder than others. We've just been on a tear. Oh, thorny plants. Look out. Good God. It's like a jungle out here. And we're bushwhacking again because the Chilton Trail, there is no Chilton Trail. Oh my God. And all the plants have turned thorny and spiky. That's something new, at least. Just that many more ways, to hurt yourself. Awesome. Oh my gosh. This has been the most frustrating, well, a couple of days, I guess. At least yesterday ended awesome, you know, like with spaghetti and whatnot. S'more, which was delicious. Oh my God. You should definitely try making your s'mores with homemade cookies instead of graham crackers. Graham crackers are okay and everything, but oh my God, a homemade chocolate chip cookie. So yeah, this is what we're walking through now, trying to at least approximate this trail, which runs down the drainage of the big creek we crossed on the tree. Holy fuck. This is just Oh my God. These have been just the most slow and frustrating days all day long just to get a couple of miles in. Wasn't really all that different on the trail. But except for the snow sucked a lot. I don't like the snow, but I also don't like bushwhacking in the middle of nowhere all day long. Oh, that's nice. At least there's a clearing out there. Just walk across the clearing. This fucking forest is a mess. A wet mess. So the sooner we can get done with this and just find the road, I think the happier we'll all be. Well, now the river's flowing all nicely. Now that it's like super shallow, super wide, and we don't have to cross it anymore. And we also found, as it were, somewhat of the trail. Thank goodness for animals, because they're the ones that have kept any semblance of it alive. It's completely overgrown. What? Yeah, I lost him. And these shrubs are taller than me. We are having us a day. Good God. I hate to say this, but I cannot wait to get to the road. At least I'll know where I am. I'm burning so much battery. Oh, I'm totally stuck in the mud. Trying to keep us located and do some video just to exhibit what kind of day we're having, which has been, to say the least, a little fucking challenging. Wow. Alright, I gotta turn this off so I can try and keep my shoes on. This is getting worse. Holy fuck. We finally made it out of the wilderness. This should be the Chilton Trailhead right here. And I think I don't remember what creek that is. This day has just been fucking ridiculous. But thank God we made it. The Jeep road should be hopefully coming up any minute. So I will feel about 1,000,000 times better when we get to that, because these trails, or lack thereof, have been mentally and physically exhausting. Thank goodness I have an awesome dude who's like done his best to try and keep me positive and up while we go through this fucking ordeal. Yeah. Okay, this part is actually really nice. It's so chill. Super pretty. I'm gonna get in and wash my feet. My feet are full of beaver dam shit, mud, rocks, pebbles, thorny plants, and somewhere in there are my feet. Hopefully, I'm gonna get them cleaned up a little bit. It's super nice. Like, this is my kind of crossing. It's not gonna be dry today. Might as well enjoy the wet. Look at this, so pretty. Oh my goodness. Well, I just kind of want to sit down over there and relax for a minute. That's gorgeous. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like it. So here's what we're working with after all of that adventuring. Let's see what's going on under this one. Oh yeah, lovely. I already took the other sock off. Oh my God. Wow. I wonder how much of that is beaver shit, because we definitely busted a couple of dams on accident. Sorry, beavers. I didn't even see any beavers. What the hell? Wow. My feet look like Casper the Ghost feet. If Casper the Ghost was 1,000 years old. Okay, well, my feet are at least dry and clean-ish. And I got to wash my socks, because they were filthy. So they actually look pretty good. And I washed out my shoes and my insoles. Underneath the insoles was a bunch of crap lodged under there too, and a bunch of mud stuck to it. The bottom of the shoe in between the insole and the shoe. So I got all that out in the creek because it's chill right here. And I think we are ready to roll. We just have to find this Jeep road, 471, to get us back on some semblance of trail or route that is easier to find and hopefully digest less battery, because that's going to be a concern, like maintaining enough charge on this phone. Like, I have a solar panel, but when there's no sun most afternoons or a ton of cloud, it's hard to charge the battery. It's better to charge the battery with the solar panel than the phone itself. Like, whenever the charge interrupts, it just stops charging the phone completely. So even if I go back into the sun, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't add any charge, and sometimes it can take away, but it hasn't really taken any away. When that happens on the charger, it just stops charging completely, so it turns it off, which is kind of nice, because with the Goal Zero I had before, it would just like actually reverse charge, which is the opposite of helpful. Anyway, I was gonna strap my solar panel on now, but I don't really see the point in it. We're walking towards the sun for a while, so we'll see what happens in a little bit. In the meantime, this has been a lovely spot to sit. Oh my goodness. I feel like we're on a beached secret island, but it's not an island. It's just like half an island. I guess we should probably start walking though, now that we've added more miles onto our trip. Oh my god, yay! We found this is the Chilton Park Trailhead, or Chilton Trailhead. Yeah, it's this way to Seed House, and we're going the opposite way because, yeah, fuck all that. We're on to you. We know there's no trail, so we're gonna take the long way around, but hopefully it'll be safer and saner. And look, here's our Jeep road. Jeep, this is Forest Service Road 471. It's a 4-wheel drive road. Oh my god, thank goodness. I am so happy to see this. I don't have to have the phone on every 3 to 5 minutes like we did when we were in the snow. It just kills the hell out of the battery. And now we don't know when we're getting to encampment because we have no idea how many miles we're adding by taking this route. That last route, basically, it was a little bit longer than the actual trail, but not by much. It was more or less a fairly straight shot after we went west. Just straight back north, meet up with the trail at Seed House, no problem. This way, this is a pretty significant detour, so it's gonna add quite a bit, but if it's more or less roads like this, then we can do those way faster because we're not having to bushwhack or do dodgy river crossings, slop through mud, swamps, shrubs, beaver dams, climb blowdowns, all of it. I can just get back to walking and eating gummy bears as nature intended. Woohoo! Even the Jeep road is a water source. But that's cool, because you know why? I can walk over here. That's cool. You do you. Get wet. It's all good. I just hang out high and dry up here. Well, kind of dry. My feet are still wet. But my trail runners will dry as I walk. Ha ha ha. This rock totally stuck the landing. I don't know where he came from up there, but he was just like, ta-da! Winner. Well, we just climbed up off the river. There's a short, fairly steep climb, but nothing compared to what we were gonna have to do, so that's all good. There's our road. You can barely see it down there. Thought we were just, pretty views up here. It's nice. And great breeze. I got LTE, but somebody doesn't have AT&T, so we're gonna keep moving. So far, our detour after the Chilton Trail, but finally getting the road. So far, this has been working out great. It has been so easy. And we've done the last few miles so much faster. Probably took us the same amount of time to do the last, I'm guessing maybe 3 miles or so that it took us to do, I don't know, a mile and a half earlier when we couldn't find the trail or were otherwise held up by blowdowns and stuff like that. This is awesome. And it's really pretty. There's nobody out here. There's a lot of fresh cut trees that were downed. So definitely the roads are being attended to. I just feel like winter held on so long in Colorado that the forest pretty much just hasn't been open, and they're not really able to do a whole lot of trail maintenance, especially in the wilderness, because motorized vehicles aren't allowed in there, and the water is just too high to take horses across, and the horses carry, you know, like all the gear, the giant saws and things like that that you need to clear blowdowns. Plus, more or less, the season, the open season here has just begun. We were down a couple weeks ago when we met Brad, the volunteer, hand sawing away at the blowdowns on the Gore Range Trail. You know, he basically said that they had just started doing volunteer work within the last week. So, I mean, we've seen these forests are a mess. There's tons of blowdowns everywhere. This was a hard winter. And so they got definitely more than their share of work cut out for them. So no harm, no foul. But for us, the smarter, sensible thing to do is just to, if we want to make forward progress and finally depart Colorado. I love Colorado, but I would like to depart it. I've never been to Wyoming. I'm very excited to be someplace I've never been. So, yeah. Nice. I'm glad we did this. Bummer it adds more miles, but hey, if they're going twice as quick as the ones we were doing, no big. Just more exercise for us. We're picking up a last bit of water to dry camp tonight off of Mill Creek, which thankfully is flowing better here than it was where it crossed the road, where it was pretty much just a West Nile pond. Oh, it's, I don't know, like almost 6:30. So we'll probably start looking for a place to camp soon so that we can get up early and get this road walk knocked out to get back to the trail. Oh my God, I hope the trail is so much better when we get back to it. I'm looking forward to actually making miles on our trail in the right direction. But this is definitely much better than what we were doing earlier today. So I am not complaining at all. It ended up being a pretty good day. We are, yes, camped on a road again. After we picked up the water, we were looking around for a place to camp. This forest is full of blowdowns. You can see a stack of them over there. There's one over there. They're everywhere. And there aren't really any flat spots anywhere. We had to come into a gate that we closed behind us because the sign asked us to. When we got on this road, it doesn't look like anybody's used this road in a while. So we just pitched right up on it again. But hey, at least this time we didn't build a fire too. I did cook my first Nora rice side, and it came out pretty good. It was delicious. I like this cheddar broccoli one, and it is nice to have a hot meal. I added a garlic basil tuna to it, so very tasty. Good dinner, fill up. I am so tired. It's been a long ass day. It's been exhausting. Definitely looking forward to eating this and smashing out.